Good afternoon. I'm Councilman Chris Ford from the 1st Council District, and I want to welcome you to our council comment for the month of May 2012. Our community is still abuzz with the excitement of another national championship by our 2012 men's basketball team. And as such, we wanted to take a segue to begin our summer activities here in Douglas Park on Georgetown Street. I'm joined by Ms. Jackie French of our Division of Parks and Recreation, and Keith Jones, a resident neighbor and also a Parks Advisory Board member. Welcome.
Thank you.
Douglas Park plays such a vital role in the West End community, and this park provides so many opportunities. We want to begin talking a little bit about basketball. We know that is a favorite sport of our community and our native Kentucky. Ms. Jackie, tell us a little bit about the Dirt Bowl that's going to begin here soon.
Okay, this will probably be about the 36th or 37th year that this program's been in effect. We are getting ready for our organizational meetings for all 3 different leagues. We have the Sun Bowl, which is 9 to 13-year-olds. We have the Junior Dirt Bowl, which is 13 to 17-year-olds, and then the Men's League, which is 16 high school and up. We have meetings May the 7th for the Sun Bowl at the Dunbar Community Center, May the 8th for the Junior Dirt Bowl, and on Thursday the 9th for the men, and that's going to be at 7 o'clock at Dunbar Community Center. We also send out letters to former coaches. You know, if they want to return, they can come back.
Okay. I would imagine this has always been a highlight of the summer in the West End.
Yes. We enjoy providing this program. It brings some life into the park. People that love basketball, that are basketball junkies, they can come here Sunday through Thursday, Saturdays for the Sun Bowl, and really get a good feel of Kentucky basketball.
Okay, well, good deal. And Keith, you don't have to go very far to come and enjoy. You're a neighbor here in the Auburn subdivision in the Georgetown Street Neighborhood Association. Tell us a little bit about your experience as being a close resident, so close to one of our city parks.
Yes, it's been a great experience, and I've been living out in the Arbors for about 10 years now, since the neighborhood started, and I enjoy coming up here, riding my bike, watching the games, and just enjoying the well-rounded atmosphere up here. Also, I'm the treasurer for the Georgetown Street Neighborhood Association, and if you're ever out at Douglas Park, you'll see all the improvements that have been made on the basketball court. We have 3 courts, new bleachers, sidewalks have been installed. It's a great looking facility. You won't find no other basketball facility in the country outdoors that is this nice. And we've just, with the neighborhood, we've just built a marquee up close to Georgetown Street, where we like to put all the happening events in the community. And so if you're ever riding down Georgetown Street, we try to keep the marquee updated, so to give you a feel of what's going on in the neighborhood and the community. And the big event up here is Super Sunday, which is the third Sunday in July. And if you have any questions, you can give the Neighborhood Association a call. Our website is GeorgetownStreetNeighborhoodAssociation.com, and we have several vendors. And if you'd like to be a vendor, just go on the website and get in contact with us.
Okay, Keith, and I appreciate that. And I'm glad that you mentioned Super Sunday, the 3rd Sunday in the month of July.
Yes.
And
July 15th.
it's May now, July 15th this year. So I know that the Neighborhood Association, in working in conjunction with Parks and Recreation, does a lot of coordination and planning to make that a community-wide event. You mentioned the improvements here in the park, and as I look around, we're standing here at the Dirt Bowl Complex, named in honor of Herb Washington and Ethan Jenkins Center Court. The football facility, which we're going to visit just a little bit later, in the swimming pool. It's important for us to have the kind of investment here, and I think that I'm proud that we have the opportunity in that needed investment. My understanding is Douglas Park will real soon be enjoying its centennial and 100 years after being dedicated as the first park for African Americans in our community, and the new housing. The new housing, so there's a lot going on here in the West End. Ms. Jackie, you mentioned it's not too late for people to get involved if they're interested in supporting the Dirt Bowl.
Right. That's why I said each league that we have a different day that you come and register, get information, find out what the fee's going to be for the programs, and Then we have a roster deadline date that you have to have payment so that we can go ahead and get the schedule ready. And we start June the 15th with the men, which
Right.
is Father's Day. And then the other two leagues we start the week prior to. You know, depending on how many teams we get, we try to make sure every team plays each team once.
Okay. And Keith, in a safe environment, you want to come out, if you're a basketball fan or not, just to be in an environment in a city park with seeing activity. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, it's a real safe environment. It's great to be around up here, and lots of kids, lots of things to do. Chris mentioned the different facilities we have. We also have the tennis courts in the back and baseball fields also. And we just really love the park out here. I think it's around 23 acres. I think that's what the park is. And hey, we enjoy it a lot, and it's a great place.
Okay. Ms. Jackie, if you would, give us your telephone number at Parks and Recreation if somebody wants to contact you.
Okay. If you're interested in signing up for any of our 3 basketball leagues this summer, you can reach me at 288-2955, and I'd be glad to give you all the information, meeting dates, and the fees.
Okay. And Keith, likewise, the Georgetown Street Neighborhood Association. Tell us when you guys meet and who your president is for this year.
The president is Miss Diane Marshall, and we meet the first Monday of every month at 6 o'clock. And if you're interested in coming and find out what's going on in the neighborhood, that would be a good time to come and show up and enjoy us. And if you live in the community, it's only $5 to be a member of the Georgetown Street Neighborhood Association.
Well, again, I thank you guys for taking time on this sunny day. Still yet cool, but that's Kentucky weather.
Yes.
If in the event of weather, Miss Jackie, rain or shine, we're going to have Dirt Bowl and Sun Bowl activities.
Yes, we have rain sites already scheduled for the games when it rains out. Dunbar is for the men. Dunbar on Saturday is for the Sun Bowl, and then during the week it's for the younger kids it's Castlewood.
Okay. I want to thank you guys both again for joining us on our segment. I want to thank the commitment that you, Keith, and your neighbors in the West End have made to embrace this park. And Ms. Jackie, I want to thank you and your colleagues at Park and Recreation for being faithful and committed to recreational opportunities. Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you,
being here.
Councilman Ford. You've done a great job.
All right. Thank you. We'll be right back. Welcome back to our council comment. We're still here at Douglas Park, and we've shifted our gear towards youth football. I'm joined now by Coach Robert Adams of Douglas Park, better known as Bubba, Coach Charlie Fields of MLK Park, and Coach KT Smith of MLK Park. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us. Letting us be here.
Again, now we're towards the back section of the park, which we're on a softball field, which also serves as our football field where we practice. I'll disclose that I participated, Coach, as Coach Adams knows, as Bubba knows, as a coach and as a father here at Douglas Park. Wanted to talk to you guys about the importance of youth football in our recreational programming. And all of you gentlemen have been at it for quite a while. Respectfully, if you'll tell us how long you've been associated with youth football, Coach?
Well, between playing time, playing on teams up here at Douglas Park, and coaching and now supervising, about 32 years.
32 years. That's quite a dedication. And Coach Fields and Coach Smith, you guys, your involvement in football and then also out at MLK?
Yeah, well, my experience started right here at Douglas Park. I played at Douglas.
Okay.
On a team called the Trojan. They also had the Bearcats back in them days. And this is my 36th season of coaching football. And we derived and came from Mellethorpe Park. And me and Mr. Fields here, Coach Fields, we started league in Martin Luther King in 1989.
In Winburn.
And in Winburn,
okay.
Yes, in 1989 in Winburn. And as the mayor at the time, Scotty Basler, came to me and asked me, the park was just lying barren, was nothing happening there, and there's a lot of bad activities going on up there, and asked me to start some kind of youth program.
Right. And
preferably football. And we started football at the time, and I brought Mr. Fields in, and hey, we've been there ever since.
Okay. And again, both Douglas Park and Martin Luther King Park are now part of District 1, and so that's why we're glad to be here at this joint effort. Coach Fields, tell us a little bit, what keeps you motivated to work with our youth, particularly in the sport of football?
Well, I think the main thing is the children. You know, you come back each season and you think you get a little tired, but what you do when you see a child on the street, and they'll say something like, Coach, when are we going to start again? And it motivates you. You realize they have an interest in it. Plus, I'm motivated by the fact that I know the structured activities are what these kids need.
Right.
Structured activities kept these children off the streets, and football is a cornerstone of structure, period, for young men. And in the inner city youth, football keeps them in a position where they have something to look forward to.
Okay.
And it keeps the activity of football as itself builds camaraderie, self-esteem. You know, it really helps the young people grow.
Right.
It puts them in the mindset of, I can do something positive.
Right, and I agree. All you gentlemen know that I'm a native of Florida, and I came to Kentucky on a football scholarship to play at UK. So football, I know we're in a basketball state, but football is my first love. I consider it to be the ultimate team sport, and it teaches team, it teaches competition. The youth football program in Lexington, as it stands right now, serves kids from 7 to ages 12 in tackle football, starting at the age of 7 to tackle football. And in addition to disclose citywide, not only at MLK in Douglas, we play football at Idlehour, Gainesway, Southland, Shillitoe, Constitution. I think 7 parks that we had the football competition.
It's 8.
Is 8 parks? Okay. Powell. Gainesway. And a lot of their kids generate and call the first district home as well. Coach, talk to us the issues that you mentioned back in the 80s that led you guys to start the program at MLK, and that I would assume that has sustained the need for football in the West End. It's kind of the same issues that we're facing now, trying to keep youth engaged and keep youth with something constructive to do. Why does it benefit a youth to come out? Football is not easy, but what's the value of having the youth to come out and participate in football?
Well, go ahead, Coach. No, you go ahead, Coach.
Well, you know, back when the mayor asked me to spearhead this, you know, it was a lot of inner city youth, and it had nothing to do, and football. I tell the kids all the time, it's the only game that you can hit somebody and get by with it.
That's right.
And they get rid of a lot of inner hostility and everything, you know, and it, like you said, it's the ultimate team sport. If everybody ain't on the same accord and playing as a team and working as a team, you know, it's not going to happen.
Right. It's
not going to happen. And it's just a beautiful team sport, and it's something the kids, they just look forward to doing.
That's right. And Coach, you still coach, as I did. And one of the ways I got involved is my oldest son was playing. And I had the invitation from Coach, from Bubba, and the coaches at that time. They said, Chris, anytime that you want to join us, you come on out here. And slowly but surely, I got involved. And Coach, my premise was, if I'm going to be at practice anyway, and I enjoy the sport, why not get involved? You guys are league supervisors. Tell us a little bit about your role as a supervisor and how important it is to have the involvement of a cohesive park.
Go ahead.
You involved in every aspect of the football program. Getting coaches, recruiting players, and getting the right kind of coaches to teach these kids the fundamentals of the game. And then getting the kids to come to the park and getting them to understand team sports and just getting involved.
Right.
It has a lot of aspects to it. Like me as a supervisor now, I started with Coach Smith at Meadowthorpe. But one of the things I learned, Councilman Ford, is that when you have youth sports, you have to maintain a level of structure.
Right.
Youth don't need any loose parameters to be around. They need to be in structure. So when you get, like Coach Adams said, when you get the structure set and the right coach mixture, you can be successful. It's also very important that parents understand that when they play a sport like football, the parents have a responsibility to see their children adhere to rule structure, you know, and it helps them grow as people, good citizens.
Okay. Well, coaches, I appreciate your time and everything that you guys have contributed. I know that it has been a sacrifice, but I hope you guys have enjoyed spending the time with our youth in our program. We need volunteers to come and be coaches to help support you guys as supervisors and to help work with our youth. If you're interested in the youth football program, not only at MLK or Douglas, call our Parks and Recreation Division at 288-2900. Again, guys, thank you for your time, and we look forward to another good season in 2012.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you.